Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We have got a big problem, and that big problem is it's rust. I've been on the internet trying to figure out a decent bicycle lubricant so I can keep my bike from rusting into pieces. Okay, a little PSA before we get started with the video. A lot has happened in the last month and a half. A lot of stuff that a lot of you are asking questions about. Those answers are going to be on my personal vlog channel for Brian. It's linked down in the description below. If you guys want to know what's been going on, how everything's been going, all that jazz, go visit that channel because all the personal non-bike related content is going to be on that channel. This channel going forward is going to be strictly about bicycle content. Will we have vlogs on this channel? Sure, but it'll be bicycle related vlogs like touring videos. And while we're at it, I'm gonna go ahead and show my Patreon. Down below is a link to my Patreon and my Buy Me a Coffee. So if you guys want to support the channel, I'm trying to get the funds together to go on a long cross-country Brompton bicycle tour. So if you guys want to support such an endeavor, the links to my Patreon and my Buy Me a Coffee are down in the description below. Okay, now that the mindless shilling is out of the way, we still have the problem of rust. We got to figure out something. Since I moved to the coastal region of Florida, I have discovered a new problem, okay? I've discovered corrosion. Now, I've always known about corrosion, don't get me wrong, but it's never happened to my bicycles as fast as it has down here. Normally in the past, it's taken years for this type of corrosion to develop on my bicycles. Down here in Florida, it's happened within a matter of a month and a half. Okay, so the mission for today is to get a lubricant, an all-purpose lubricant that I can use on various areas of my bike to keep corrosion at bay. So what kind of lubricant are we talking about here? Well, we're going to be talking about something that's hydrophobic, something that repels water. So it's got to have that quality. It's also got to have the quality of being a penetrant. A penetrant like WD-40 or PB Blaster is really good because it gets down into really tight areas. So in order for a lubricant to work, it has got to be able to get to the places where you need it to be. So it's got to have a penetrative quality to it. And the third quality of a good lubricant is it needs to be able to stay in place. You don't want to just spray it on and then it just washes off really easily. It needs to have kind of a high tact consistency to it. That way it stays where you want it to stay and it protects over a period of time. Okay, luckily there's an O'Reilly's Auto Parts and there's an AutoZone Auto Parts. I think we can find a lubricant that will be adequate over there. Okay, let's go find a lubricant. I think we're gonna go to AutoZone because it's on this side of the road and I don't feel like crossing the road with all this traffic around. We got a lot of excellent choices here. This Lucas stuff looks pretty good. Penetrates, lubricates, and dissolves rust. All right, we may have to get two different types of lubricants in order to get all the qualities that we want. I know they make ones with all three qualities, but they don't have it here. I think we're gonna go with this stuff, the red and tacky, and we're gonna go with the penetrating fluid. Wow, that was way more than I wanted to spend, $26 freaking dollars. All right, we ended up going with two products to get all the qualities that we actually need. We went with the penetrating oil from Lucas because the penetrating oil is really good for getting down in those hard to reach spots. It penetrates down into those tight spots, it lubricates, and it cleans the rust. It actually dissolves the rust. We want that, that's a good quality. Now they had a lot of similar products like PB Blasters and WD-40 and all those. Now those products are great for doing what I just said. They penetrate really well and they lubricate and they dissolve rust. But they have the consistency of water, okay? They don't stay in place over a long period of time. And I don't think, because I don't see on here where it says it's hydrophobic. Wait a minute, scratch that. What does it say right here? Excellent protection against water, even salt water. So, good. It has most of the qualities we were looking for in just this one product. The one quality it actually doesn't have that we really need is that high tack consistency. That's where this baby comes in. The Lucas Red and Tacky Spray Grease. Now this is going to be really beneficial in places like my head tube where I need to have some grease in there and it needs to be able to stay in place and not wash out. That I can... Jeez. Don't you know I'm filming here? But you see how watery that is, guys? Now, I'm gonna show you one of the reasons why I wanted to get the grease. But as you can see, the head tube right here, that was rusting a lot, and it was actually becoming a problem. And that's where this grease is actually going to come in, because we can spray this down with some grease, which will allow that to stay in place. You can see the rust, it's just crazy. So it's basically a spray grease, and it'll keep that head tube from rusting because it's got more of a high tack consistency to it, and it'll stay in place, and I don't have to constantly keep reapplying WD-40 every 20 minutes. Now ideally what you want to do is you want to take all this apart, you want to get a wire brush, you want to clean off all the corrosion and all the rust. I am not going to go into doing all that really. I know that's the proper way to do it, but I can't be bothered right now. I just want to make sure it's not going to get any worse than it already is. We'll take this apart later and we'll clean it up really good. Right now it's just not the time. As far as these rusty bolts right here, there ain't really nothing you can do about that. You're never going to get the rust off of it. It's kind of like chrome plated in a lot of ways, so once that rust starts, all you can do is keep it from getting worse. That's it. Same thing with the bolts on the front ring. You're not going to stop the rust, you're just going to keep it from getting any worse unless you try to take it to a grinder and buff it off. They're such small bolts, you won't be able to do that very easily. It's better just to replace the bolts, and that's what I'm going to do. There are better products, and a lot of you guys know about these better products. There are better products for doing this, but I have to work with what I got. AutoZone or O'Reilly's, they pretty much are the same. The way it is right now, you almost have to PB blaster it every day, or you have to WD-40 it every day. You got to make sure you displace any of the water, dry it off, lubricate it every day to keep that rust from happening. But in my case, it's already happened, so what can you do? You just got to keep it from getting any worse, replace the bolts if we can find some more hardware, and go on about our day, because that's about all we can do. Alrighty then, guys. I went on a test ride. Yeah, there's still rust in the bowl holes, but it's just a matter of making sure it doesn't get worse. Like I said many times, just make sure it doesn't get any worse. Like I said, it's just better. Preventative maintenance in this case is better than anything. You need to make sure it doesn't rust. Wax is the best thing for this. I didn't see any wax in AutoZone, so basically I have to work with what I got. I used penetrant oil, and I also used some grease, and that'll work for now. It'll make sure it doesn't get any worse, and then I'll be able to replace these bolts at a later time. I'm not really worried about it. The bolts are fine. They're just a little surface rust, so it's not like horrible. It's not very aesthetically pleasing, but functionally they're working fine. So I'm not really concerned about it at the moment. At some point, I'll probably replace all these bolts just to make it look aesthetically pleasing again. I'm gonna go with a matte black on all my bolts. That way it doesn't really show up very well. But one thing I've found in these coastal regions that you have got to do is you have to lubricate your bike, and you have to wax it. Waxing it is important because the wax will hold on there a lot longer, which is what I'm going to find. I gotta find some. Anyway, guys, it's good to be back. I'm gonna film another video. I'm gonna batch film because I got another repair on this bike that I want to film, but this video is already getting long enough as it is, so I'm gonna get to filming that. But anyway, I am back to making regular content. We're gonna start putting regular content back on this channel. I'm good. It feels so good to be back, guys. I'm back, and I am going to be making regular videos. If you guys have any comments, questions, if you have any videos that you want to see, just leave it down in the comments section. I'm going to start reading those very consistently, and we're going to get back into making regular content for this channel. Like I said earlier, if you want to hear about any of my personal issues and all the crazy crap that's happened to me over the last month and a half, go to my vlog channel. It's linked down in the description below. And don't forget, if you want to support the channel, links to my Patreon and buy me a coffee are down in the description as well. You move to the beach, make sure you wax, make sure you lube up your bike because it'll start rusting like crazy. It's a good lesson for us all. Anyway guys, it's good to be back. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with the channel. I will talk with you on the next video. Bye-bye.